What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Sports Cards 101. This is episode 2, How to Collect. Today we're just going to be talking about some ways that you can collect, some things that can help you get started in building a nice collection of sports cards. And just want to let you guys know in the beginning that this isn't a comprehensive list at all. This is just some things that I've seen over the years, some trends that I've seen in my collecting and others collecting. And so just wanted to put those out there, especially for new collectors if you're kind of trying to figure out, your kind of niche in the collecting world, where you want to be, just some insight on the different places you could be in your collection. So to start off, I just want just a few different types of collectors that are out there, and there are more than this, but I tried to narrow it down to just a few. And so the three that I typically see, you've got people that I just label hoarders, which are people who they open stuff, and if they like it, they'll keep it. And it doesn't have to be a particular player, it doesn't have to be a particular team, a particular set or year or anything. If they like it, they'll keep it. And that's a perfectly good place to be. When I started, that's kind of how I was. I didn't really have a particular person I was collecting outside of my hometown teams or anything like that. And so if I liked something, I kept it. And so that's one way you could be. And then there's a group of people called set builders. These people are very patient. I have yet to do a complete set of anything, but pretty much what that is if you fall in love with a particular subset or a whole set of cards, you spend time putting together that entire set. So you try to get all the cards that are involved in that off the checklist, and usually it's a pretty long process. I've known people who have been chasing sets for 5 or more years, trying to put together the whole set. So that's a way. That's something you can do, and you can. And before I go too much further, you can do more than one of these things. You can be a set builder, a hoarder, and lastly, a PC player collector, which is what I tend to do more of. My major PCs in hockey are Pietrangelo and David Perron, and then in baseball I collect Wainwright and Kobe Rasmus. And that's just because over the years I liked them as players, and then just started collecting their cards and thought it'd be a fun idea to try to get as many as I could. So that's what I do. And then now I just want to talk about some ways to collect those people or sets or whatnot. First, I want to talk about some traditional ways, which I'm sure most of you guys are all familiar with, which to me are opening packs, boxes, cases, things like that, and just collecting singles. Growing up, that's what I did. I opened packs of cards, and if I was at the antique shop and found some cards, I bought them, and that's the way I collected. Now, since the hobby has kind of moved online as well, there's some interactive ways that we're seeing develop in trading sports cards. You can buy, you can sell, you can trade, all these things a lot easier now than you used to be able to. Back in the day, you had to either go to your local card shop, which a lot of you probably aren't fortunate enough to even have one close enough to you, but if you are, you should feel fortunate. And you can go there, meet people, meet collectors, get to know them, and sell, trade, and buy with those collectors at your hobby shops. And then also you could do that at card shows, which was my favorite place, just because there's so many cards, and you could take your cards from home, go there. People have set up cards in a open room typically, and you can just walk around. You can buy, you can sell, you can trade, all that kind of stuff at a card show, and I love doing that. But now that the hobby has moved online, you can also do that online without having to leave your house or anything. And so you can join online communities, meet people through YouTube, all over the place, and trade online, ship them cards, they ship you cards, and you guys never had to meet up in person anywhere. And it's an awesome thing for this hobby to be able to do that, because now I can get Pietrangelo cards that I could have never gotten before that happened. So that's kind of fun. And then lastly, I just like how we can now collect on a global level and participate together on a global level. And my favorite way of doing it is through group breaks. And when I say group breaks, I mean the entire event of the evening. So when we go live on a given night during the week, the whole event to me is a group break. Not just when we're opening that case that everyone's jumping in on, but the whole event, opening boxes, talking, trading, buying, selling, all that kind of stuff to me is what makes those events just such a success. And so if you're not familiar with the term group break, we're going to have another video that talks about that. But just a short definition to me, what a group break is when a group of people split the cost of a set amount of product and open it together. And so it just cuts down the cost on one individual person having to buy it, and you all kind of share the cards. And so that to me is what a group break is. I'll explain that in better depth in a later episode, but for now that will do. So, man, I felt like I just talked a lot. So whether you choose to be a hoarder, set builder, PC player, or something else, and whether you choose to just open packs or buy and sell and trade, or go to card shows, or participate in group breaks, it's okay if you choose one of those things or all of those things, because your collection is yours. It's however you want it to be, and if you're not having fun, make sure to switch up what you're doing. If you don't like going to the card shows, don't go to the card shows. If you don't like joining group breaks, don't join group breaks. It's that easy. So just make sure you're having fun, enjoying your hobby, guys. And until next time, guys, happy Mojo to everybody. We'll see you guys.